Hello and welcome to a different type of video here on Calumontour, and I thought I'd do something a little bit crazy, mainly to test stuff out as well. And you'll notice along the video things will change slightly when I alter some settings. And also, I'm going to be answering some of the questions that I've been asked over the last couple of weeks as well. So that'll be fun as well, because I've been looking forward to that. Also, I've changed a camera type for this one, just because I thought I'll try it out. I thought I'd try my Action 5 out. So yeah, stay tuned, and it could be slightly different, this one. So yeah, I've not used this camera before, so I thought I'd check it out, because a lot of people say how good the Action 5 is for vlogging. I use the Pocket, which is really good for stabilisation, but we'll see how this one goes. But I'm here in Oldham at the minute, and I'm going to be doing 3 different parks, and the main reason is because of this place behind me. This is part of the Pure Innovations, and they are a charity that looks after disabled people. And this place is one of, I think, 3 cafes. Well, 3 cafes that I'm going to go to. I'm going to go and check it out. So yeah, this is the first time I've been here, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So the first question I was asked is, why did I start a YouTube channel? Well, I've had quite a number of years in a very creative background. I started doing local community radio station, started doing a radio show on that, and I started doing quite a number of things in around creating things, and then I got really poorly. And I really started struggling, and I had to kind of give that life up, which was a real shame. And I spoke to someone, and they told me that it would be quite good to start something like this off, because I've had that creative outlet, you know, and to have something creative would be a way forward. So why don't I start a YouTube channel? So yeah, that's how I've got to this point now. And then I thought, well, I'm disabled. There's no getting past that. There's absolutely no way of getting past that I'm disabled. So I thought, well, why don't I do a disabled friendly YouTube channel? I've not seen that much on YouTube about places to go. I love to travel. I've always loved to travel. So put 2 and 2 together when I'm able, and it's not all the time, and there'll be some weeks where I definitely can't do anything. Why don't I create a YouTube channel that talks about disabled people like me? So that's why I've decided to do it, and I'm still getting my head around it. And I want to share as much as I can about places that I go, so it might inspire you to go somewhere, or you might already want to go to that place and you think, well, let's check it out. Let's check it out. And one thing that I know is my disability is different to other people's disability, and how I see things is slightly different to other people. So yeah, I kind of understand, if I'm honest, that it might not be for everyone, but hopefully you get to see the sights and sounds of places that I've been, and you can enjoy it along the way. So one of the other questions that I've been asked was, what is the best place I've been to so far? And I've got to say the best place, and I'll put a thing up in the corner so you can click it and watch my video was the police museum. I just think it was amazing. It was my favourite one. The volunteers were, oh, they were amazing. I absolutely loved them. And you could just walk around and they were speaking really passionate about where they were from, and oh, it was just brilliant, and it was so accessible. I thought it was really good, and I do recommend going there. The only little gripe I've got was the parking, but yeah, that's just one of those things. But that is my favourite place that I'd like to go back to. Seeing that painting was pretty good as well, some of my older videos on the channel, so yeah, I'd go back and watch them as well. But the police museum recently has been the best place that I've been to recently. So yeah, well, this place is pretty nice as well. So yeah, those are the first couple of questions, and this is Alexandra Park in Oldham, and I said I've never been here before, which I think is going to be a trope now for my channel because I say that a lot. But from here, and this guy sat here, yeah, I'm going to go to the next place that's got a pure cafe, which for me will be a couple of days, and well, for you guys it'll be a cool transition. Ooh, wow, what a transition that was. Well, this is a different day in a different place. I am at Woodbank Park now, and there's another pure cafe up ahead, so I'm going to go and check that one out. I do like coming here. I was checking out my questions that I'd answered yesterday, and I'd actually answered some questions that had coming up. What a goon. But I've got more questions that I'm gonna answer to you, and we're gonna check out what this place is like. So come on, let's go and have a look. So one of the questions that I often get asked is, what's the most frustrating things about travelling with a disability? And it's the places you go when there's no car park, anything like that. That's really frustrating. Oh, the amount of times that I go to places and you can either find it hard to park or there's no parking. Yeah, it's just difficult. I understand some places are limited, but it can be an off-putting thing for me. And travelling around places, if we're going to talk about that, then I think not enough seating going around places, because it really, like, I'm hurting just walking here now. Yeah, I need a seat, so more places definitely need more seats. So yeah, that's the most difficult thing I find. Well, at least there's parking here, so there's a car park, and you can go and you can actually park right outside the cafe. So if you're coming to visit these cafes, then yeah, I'd definitely either recommending the disabled parking right outside, or you can go and park with your blue badge straight outside. So I've gone for a vegan chili with chips and salad. It looks amazing. Yeah. Oh. So just behind me is the cafe, and I thought I'd come and have a wee sit in this beautiful rose garden. I do love it in these places, they're really good. I was speaking to the manager, Nicola, there, and yeah, the work that they do in these places are amazing. Right, the next question is, do I ever get nervous filming out and about? Yes, of course I do. Of course I do, because even now sat here, it's like there's no one else here and there's people walking by. Yeah, yeah, I still feel weird. I still feel really weird, but you just gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? It's just, yeah, it's just one of those things. But yeah, I do get really nervous, and you never know the reception that you're gonna get, but to be honest, I've not had any problem while filming out and about, and everyone's, if you ask permission, if you speak to them beforehand, and most of the time people will want to know what you're up to, which is really nice. So yeah, I do get nervous, but at the moment, touch wood, everything's been okay. But yeah, it is a wee bit weird. It's very weird, because you're just talking to yourself. Another question was, how many takes do you take? How many times do you have to film? Well, to be... like that, interruptions. So the question was, how many times do you have to film? How many times do you take shots and things like that? And things interrupt me all the time, and I get frustrated, and I get tongue-tied a lot, and I've got sometimes I stutter when it comes to words as well. So yeah, quite a lot of outtakes. I've got to say, quite a lot. And the things I do frustrate me as well while editing is I'll repeat myself. So, every time I hear the word so, and I've got to say, but I do got to say it. I do got to say it. So it's like more tropes, you know, that I do. A load of tropes. But yeah, how many takes? Well, this is at least 2 now, isn't it? Time for another transition now here from Woodbank Park. We're going to go to the next Pure Cafe for more questions in 3, 2, 1. Oof. That was another transition there. And it's been a couple of weeks since I last recorded, and that's the problem with chronic conditions. You never know what's going to happen. But yeah, I've been able to get out today and record some more questions at Etherow Country Park, and we're just here feeding some of the geese. So I've got 3 questions left, and the first question is why the pigeons all flying off. No, why the first of the 3 questions was, has anything funny happened while I've been filming? And not really. It hasn't really happened, apart from me being a bit of a daft guy. Because what seems to happen with me is anytime I get new technology, literally anytime, camera, whatever, I always have a heart in the mouth situation. And the first time that happened is when I got a drone, and I was trying the tracking on it, and I put it in and it was flying really well. I thought, oh, this is really cool. And then the next thing, it just bolts. It just flew off and flew behind a tree, and I thought, oh no, what's going to happen? This is going to end up in the tree, I'm going to have to climb it. But luckily, it just flew over. But oh, my heart was in my mouth at the time. And yeah, me and technology, and it happened with a camera that I bought. And I literally just put it down for the first time, and it rolled over, and I just managed to catch it as it nearly hit the ground. Yeah, I need to be a bit more careful. I need to maybe not get technology, because it doesn't do very much for me, I tell you that, on my heart. Hello buddy, do you want some more? There you go. So the next question that I was asked was, what does disabled not enabled mean? And it's something that I thought about a little while ago, and it's the amount of times we see things or hear things about people with disabilities, and there's a stigma about it. But some days are better than others for some. For me, some days are better than others. I get some really, really good days and some really bad days. And I sat there and thought, disabled, does it mean you can't do things? Does it mean you shouldn't do things? That's another thing that really annoys me. It's like, oh, they're disabled, they shouldn't be doing that. That's a load of rubbish. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's about for me. Disabled, not enabled, is just because you're disabled, just because you have conditions, doesn't mean you can't do things. And it might just take a little bit longer to do things. You need adaptations to do things. You might need extra help or support. And you might not be able to do it right now, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. And it really riles me up when you hear people saying, oh, they can't do that, they're disabled. Well, why can't they do that? And I have my good days and I have my horrific days. And unfortunately, my bad days actually outnumber the good days by a ratio I don't really like. But on those good days, I can do a lot. Okay, I can't climb Everest or Ben Nevis or some stairs, but that doesn't mean that I can't do things. And that is what disabled, not enabled means to me. And I think it's an empowering thing to say that you can do things. I can do it and you can do it. Anyone can do it. It just might take a little bit of time to get there, hey? So, I've only got a little bit of birdseed here, and they're fighting over the birdseeds. I better hurry up and carry on. Yeah, I'm coming. The reason why we came here is because it's the third of the 3 cafes by Pure Innovation, and I would pick a day that is a little bit wet, but it was the one day that we could do, unfortunately. So yeah, let's go and have a look at the cafe and then I'll answer the last question. Right, the last question that I've got now is, what have I got planned for the future of my channel? Well, I've got an exciting video coming up. It's going to be a couple of videos where I'm doing the biggest project that I've done so far. It's bigger than anything I've done off the channel in my own life to anything. It's just going to be massive, and I'm taking you with me. I'm really excited about it, and I'm really looking forward to sharing what I've got planned in my head and bringing it to you guys. And yeah, it's going to be big. I'm not going to give you too much information. You'll have to subscribe to the channel to watch it, but I'm really, really excited about it. And I've got loads more videos of what's good to go to for disabled people and great little tricks that I've learned along the way. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And I really want to push this this disabled not enabled as well, because yes, we all have problems, but we can still do things, can't we? We really can. So yeah, loads of things coming up on my channel, so please remember to subscribe and let everyone know about it. But that's pretty much for this episode of Calumontour. If you've got any other questions that I've not answered, or you thought of something else that I thought, yeah, you should answer that, write it in the comment. I'll try and get back to you, or who knows, I might do another video someday. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.